Have you ever seen a place with millions of bulbs of daffodils? This is Gibbs Garden in Ball Ground, North Georgia area, famous for millions of blooming daffodils in the spring. Here to see their daffodil garden voted #1 in the U.S. for several years running. The purpose of the visit is to get some garden ideas and think about things that I may do or you might want to do in your garden. Join me as we walk around this world famous garden. They have early spring daffodils, mid and late blooming. So we're here for the early bloomers. Beautiful how they've landscaped water features with different water plants. When I was reading about the design of this garden, it was interesting to me how Mr. Gibbs wanted to be sure that he had natural stream and water flowing through the area. We're here at the daffodil area. Over the years, they've divided the bulbs, added more, and have several million bulbs planted here. As we progress through these 50 acres, there may be more dense planting of some of the early spring bulbs. Mountainous area in the background, the trees not quite leafed out yet. Blue sky, beautiful setting, and a wonderful day to be here. So we are approaching the Overlook area. It's lovely how they've included the terrain. Some grass mowed in the front, daffodils climbing the hill. At the top is a burst of forsythia blooming, red maple. When you turn behind the direction you're walking, you can see the other hilly area that is covered in daffodil plants, and then just pops of colors. The scope of this garden is really magnificent. What I appreciate about reaching the hilltop is that the different varieties of daffodils are identified. The educational signage really is nice. And fortunately, I can't see many blooming right behind the signs. Maybe they're coming out later. The marinette is out. That's this here. When they're planted in mass, you really get to appreciate how beautiful they can be. Walking along the path to the mountaintop view, how they've lined it. On either side, they're different varieties. Following the path, an easy walk. What I love is turning around and being surprised by a beautiful vista. A gorgeous way to walk out of the gardens. It's a gentle walk. We're taking a sit down, and what's nice is at various areas there are folding chairs and also sturdy benches. So you can walk a while and you can take a rest. I had questioned whether it was wheelchair accessible, and some of the walks are. I've observed family members assisting their family through the gardens in wheelchairs. I think some of the paths may be difficult for a wheelchair, but the main paths, like where we're sitting here, which is smooth, it's wide, it has a lot of gravel on it, and it's well designed for wheelchairs. That's where we've seen wheelchair action. We've moved from the daffodil garden. This is a garden design, a border. And if you are interested in doing something with a border for spring blooming bulbs as well as spring plants, this is a great idea, both in terms of color. You've got contrasting and complementary colors with the different colors of tulips. You have pansies that are growing at the base so that it doesn't look sketchy. Yellow pansies, white pansies. They move into violet, deep purple, You can see how they've designed the beds so you have several of a single color together, and then they move in terms of the colors across the way. And then opposite them, on the other side of the bed, are some contrasting, like yellow, pansies. Then you've got the white. So this is a great garden design idea. Tulips, different kinds, so that you have interest in terms of not only color, but the centers and also the leaf shape. Pansies of different colors. Some are solid color and some have the markings on the face of the pansy, but mostly they're solid colors. And then on the very edge, as a little cover for some of the mulch, is creeping Jenny, and that's a common name for it. But it's a lovely ground cover and it fills in, grows well. This North Georgia area, which is zone 8A in terms of USDA plant hardiness zone. And as you stand back, you get the effect of this particular planting. What a great border design. Here's a very simple border design, just using pansies, different colors, but to give you an idea of how to mix colors and what looks good, what works. The front is all purple, the back 2 rows planted alternating yellow and apricot, and it looks great together. Here's yet another border design using tulips and pansies. The tulips are orange and yellow, and that color scheme repeats with pansies. Very simple, but what a great pop of color here. For information, times of operation, months of the year that the garden is available, visit their website, link below in the description. This is a great space to see because Mr. Gibbs is a professional landscape design person and has a degree in horticulture design and landscaping. He wanted to create an outstanding landscape and open it to the public to view. If you get a chance to visit Gibbs Garden, a 300-something acre private home north of Atlanta, about an hour's drive, it's always great to see ideas of a professional landscaper. So I hope you got ideas about borders, plants, colors, shrubs that you can add to your landscape. If you've not subscribed, please subscribe, Gardener. Don't miss out on any gardening tips, information, tours, and inspiration so you can create the garden that you love.